Hello. My name is Vix, and I got back from Baltimore just a few days ago. I am chilling at my bub's place, and he just got this awesome new beanbag, and I've been living in it since I got here. Also, I want to apologize for the late video this week. I wasn't feeling very good the past few days and wasn't able to film this, but there still will be another video coming out this week. Anyways, I am here to tell you guys about MAGfest. It was super fun and super awesome. When we got there, there was a little bit of a mix-up with the room, and we actually got sent to the wrong one. But it turns out that apparently the guy behind the desk just hit the wrong bob. So we got sent to the wrong room. But we ended up getting our actual room, and it was a balcony view, and it was so pretty. Because the Gaylord Hotel, which is where MAGfest is located, is such a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous hotel. It has a little town inside of it with trees, and 3 out of the 4 walls are just hotel rooms, and then the 4th wall is just a giant window that looks out over the harbor, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. So Thursday was a pretty lazy day, I would say. I can't really even remember it all that much. What did I do on Thursday? We went to the dealer's room, and I was just wearing Charmeleon's feet and his second tail, which I have right here. His second tail is just smaller, and it hangs flat, and it has a cloth flame instead of the scarfy fabric that I used on his big tail. But this tail's nice. It's nice and squishy. Oh my lord! Then Friday was one of the big days. I got to hang out with some of my good friends from Pittsburgh that were down there because I apparently knew a lot of people that were there this year. And I got to run into some fans of mine, and that was super cool. Thank you very much, Nick, for doing some filming for me that you all will see whenever I put the MAGfest videos together. I don't really know how much footage I have, so I don't know how many videos I'm gonna make because, well, that was a big issue that I'll get to later. But Friday night I threw on Foxy, and I had planned to wear a lot of Foxy over the weekend. I planned to wear, full Foxy, casual Foxy, Fox Supplier. I had the whole lineup ready to go. But I only ended up wearing him Friday night. And I wore him Friday mostly for the Living Tombstone's concert because he was revealing the 4th Five Nights at Freddy's song. So I was also planning on wearing Foxy Saturday night and also on Sunday. But Sunday we had to check out at 11 a.m. so we just weren't really at the con on Sunday. Which was kind of a bummer because I'm used to being at cons all Sunday until Monday morning. But, hotel rooms are expensive and you don't want to, stick around another night. So, we did do some shopping on Sunday, but I was already out of costume. So as Foxy, my friends decided to kidnap me and make me play some game called Artemis, I think it was called, and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. They sat me down and were like, you need to click these red things and then tell the captain what the bad guys are doing, and I was like, okay, we're gonna die? And I actually got the hang of it pretty quickly. It was really fun. And then later, I dragged one of my friends with me. I feel kind of bad because the music was really loud. But I dragged one of my friends with me to the Battle of the DJs concert or whatever it was. because the Living Tombstone was performing, and I wanted to crash the party as Foxy. And so my friend stuck around for a little bit. She got some footage, which I will show you guys. Thank you, Crystal. I had a pretty good time at the concert. It was really cool. I was actually like in the second row, and that was my first time actually being like in a dance party concert place thing with Foxy on, because Foxy's pretty fragile and I don't really want to like bring him into that environment, but it actually wasn't too bad, and I wasn't really overheating until the very end. But the Living Tombstone came on and I partied in the second row, and then whenever he played the fourth song, this one guy in front of me actually stepped aside so that I could stand in the front row, which was super awesome. That guy was really, really nice. And then I like jumped up and down like I had never had done before. And then I felt like I was going to die. So as soon as the concert was over, I just like walked out of the room on my shaky legs like, why did I do this to myself? And if any of you have full body costumes and have danced in them before, you will understand exactly where I'm coming from. But afterwards, I went up to the Living Tombstone and I was like, literally the first words out of my mouth to him were, "You son of a bitch, I cannot feel my legs," because I couldn't. And it was his fault for making some really awesome music that I wanted to dance to. And so we talked for a little bit, and I got some footage of us dancing like doofuses, which you can see in the video that I'll be making very soon. But he was super cool, and I will also link to his new song. Oh, yeah. That's really cool. So then afterwards, I went to my friend Cornshack's panel, and it was actually the last panel in the room because it was at 2 a.m. It was supposed to end at 3, but since we were the last people in that panel room, we just kind of like hung out until like 4. But it was super fun, and you can actually watch the entire panel here. I'll post a link. And you can also check out Cornshack's full channel, which I will post down in the description below. Oh yeah, we also filmed Bar Geeks. Was that on Friday? Yeah, that was Friday! So Bar Geeks is this thing that Cornshack and my Baltimore friends do. It's like they make geeky drinks, like alcoholic, non-alcoholic, both drinks. And last year at MAGfest they did it, and they made the Golden Freddy, and they had Foxy and Freddy on it as guests, and you can check out that video down below. I will post a link, and I guess I'll also throw an annotation up here somewhere. And then this year they did some more. I was in a few of them. They did one specifically for Charmeleon. So whenever they have those videos posted, I will add the links down below. And I will also probably make another announcement whenever those videos are posted. But if you want to check out Bar Geeks in the meantime, there will be links here, down there, wherever I feel like to put the links. But Bar Geeks is really cool. You guys should check it out, especially if you like the alcohol. So on Friday I didn't get bed till like 4 or 5-ish time in the morning, late sleep. And then Saturday I woke up super early before all of my roommates, and I was just up and out of the room. And my goal for the convention was to get a lot of footage, but me being only one person made that kind of difficult. I did manage to get some people to help me, and my friends, my roommates, were actually going to help film, but apparently the camera takes forever to charge, and it didn't get fully charged until like really late. But that's okay, because I think I did get enough good footage, and it was stressing me out for a while, being worried about not having enough footage to show you guys, but after a while I decided I have a good amount of footage. It may not all be the greatest footage, but I want to stop stressing about it and I just want to have fun. So, late Saturday, I decided to forget about it and just go have fun. I went and hung out with my Pittsburgh friends again, and I threw on Charmeleon and ran into two of my friends, one who was one of those giant inflatable dinosaurs, and it turns out he forgot his badge, so we went back up to the room, and I decided to have a shot of some really delicious peppermint thingy, and then I danced to that Bubble Butt song. And then we went downstairs, and I danced in a giant circle of people while my friend made money rain on me. So that was my MAGfest. And then we went to the arcade, and I can't even remember if I attempted to play games or not, but I probably did. And I just ran around as Charmeleon as a big doof. Oh! And then I lost my phone! I went to the bathroom and I had my phone sitting on the sink, I guess, and I washed my hands, you know, and I put everything in my backpack, whatnot, and then I left. The bathroom is like right here. You come out, you walk this way just a little bit, you turn a corner, and then like right here is like the dance circle, okay? So it was just like only a few steps away, and there was like this big circle of people sitting right outside the bathroom, and I like leave the bathroom, walk past that circle of people, stop, put Charmeleon's head on, and then I start walking towards the dance circle, and I feel my pockets, and I was like, where's my phone? So I like checked all my pockets. I only had 3 pockets, and I checked my pockets, I checked my backpack, I tore Charmeleon's head off, and I was like, shit! And so I checked my pockets again, I ran into the bathroom, I checked the stall, I checked the sink, I checked my backpack, I tore everything apart, I checked my pockets, I looked and I looked and I looked, and there was nothing. No phone, nowhere. And I was about to freak out. And I was by myself at this point because I was going to go meet my friends up at the gazebo. And so I walk out and I walk past that circle of people because I know that they saw me put Charmeleon on. And I asked them, I was like, did you guys see me drop a phone? And they were like, no, but we can call it for you. And I was like, oh, dear God, please. And so they called my phone, and somebody picked up. And so this girl that had called my phone for me, she was talking to the person, and they were like, yeah, I'm up by the gazebo. And so me and this one guy from the circle went up to the gazebo area to find my phone, and I cannot thank these people enough. They were so nice and helpful, and the one guy that went up to me when we got up to the floor with the gazebo, he called the person who had my phone, and then we went and we found her, and she gave me my phone back, and it was a heartful, lovely reunion with my phone. And I thanked them a ton, and they were all super, super nice. And I guess the moral of the story is, don't be afraid to approach people at a con, especially if you need help, because a lot of people will be willing to help you and will understand that stuff like that does happen at cons, so they will most likely be patient with you and be willing to help with pretty much anything. And then shortly after that, I met up with my friends, and we just kind of run around like doofuses on the gazebo floor, and I tried to swim, and I danced with Drake a little bit, and then we went back up to their room and just hung out and talked about whatever. It was super fun, it was super relaxing, it was a great way to end a con. And then I went back to my room and passed out for the night. And then the next morning, you know, was just packing up and leaving and shopping a little bit, but I still didn't really buy anything, even though I really wanted to, but by then everything was like out of my size. Oh, it really hurt my eye! Oh, my eye! And then after the con, I just hung out at my friend's house for a week, and if you saw my Q&A from last week, you will understand how that went. It was super fun. We had a great time. And I filmed some videos of me attempting to play video games with Corn Shack and also Arkham. So on all 3 of our channels, there will be videos from that. Arkham and I did some streaming over the week, and we only recorded 1 streaming session, but I will have videos from that up, and there will also be some on her channel, so make sure you keep your eyes open for that. I am terrible at video games, so it was really entertaining. We played some really weird stuff, and his whiskers quivered as he thought of eggs. Also, my Patreon is still up. I will post a link down in the description in pretty much every video to my Patreon. And if you guys donate it and support me, I will be so happy because it really helps me a lot. Any extra money that you guys want to throw at me to help me get better filming equipment so I'm literally not filming with my phone on a cup, because that's what's happening right now. And I can get, you know, cooler backgrounds than, well, I guess the Jägermeister flag is pretty cool. I can come up with more interesting content. I can take my suit to more interesting places. I can make more costumes. I can go to more cons, all of that stuff. But I need the support from you guys. So if you could donate to my Patreon, or if you can't donate, then spread the word, you know. And I really want to thank some of my new Patreon supporters, Patriotic Fire and Wolfly Tech. Thank you guys so much for donating to my Patreon. It really means a lot to me. It helps me so much. And for those of you who are going to FWA near the end of the month, I am open for special camping-themed FWA badges, so I will post a link down below where you can check those out and order one if you want to order one, because I want to make a lot. I love camping. I love drawing trees and making badges. So check that out as well.
Oh, poopers, I forgot something really important. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure if I want to continue doing Q&As, because I've started getting, like, you know, the same questions over and over and over again. So I am wondering if maybe I should switch things up a bit. Should I continue doing Q&As, which means I just continue doing the exact same thing that I'm doing right now, a new Q&A video every other week? Should I start doing, like, reading stories, where each week I post a video, you guys, I post, like, a type of story for you guys to tell, like, con stories, child stories, field trip stories, whatever. Then you post your stories down in the comments, and then I read them in the next video. Or should I do a reading your comments thing, which is basically all of that together, where you guys just, like, post whatever you want down below, and I answer questions, I read silly comments, dumb comments, story comments, whatever. Or should I just forget that content altogether because it's boring? I don't know, it's up to you guys. I made a poll on Twitter, so if you have a Twitter, you can go and vote. It should be pinned, but I will post a link down below to that poll, and it's going to be up until Sunday or Monday, I think. So make sure you go and vote and post down below what you guys think I should do. Anyways, that's it. Goodbye.